Hey guys, Christy with Baby Steps here. I just wanted to give you guys an update on kind of what's been going on in our lives and how my appointment went with Dr. Lee. So as you can see, there's tons of boxes and stuff here. We are packing and moving, so that's one thing that we've been kind of dealing with for the last couple of weeks. Number two is I have been waiting patiently, not really patiently, for my appointment with Dr. Lee to hear what he had to say about my labs, procedures, and how he felt like we should move forward. So my appointment was today. I had to call in sick to make it because I had already waited so many weeks for it, and they had moved it once and then moved it back, and so I just took the day off so that I could go. But what Dr. Lee had to say was there's a couple things that he found in my labs and procedures that he felt were kind of a concern and things to consider. One was my LH and estradiol levels were actually borderline abnormal, and kind of just showed that my body's working a little bit harder to push that egg out every cycle, and that's pretty consistent with my age being 35. The second thing was I had a chromosome analysis done, and that chromosome analysis showed that I had an abnormality called triple X syndrome that happens in utero and when I was being developed. It's not hereditary, I don't pass it down, but it has been shown to be linked to premature ovarian failure in women who have triple X syndrome. Now my labs and procedures show that I'm not in premature ovarian failure, but it is something that we need to consider when we're making our plans, and that it could put me at risk for premature ovarian failure along with those other labs that kind of show my body starting to work a little bit harder. So there's those two things. Plus my progesterone level was actually on the low end, and so we'll probably, regardless of what option we choose, progesterone is a supplement that I'll need to take after ovulation until pregnancy, sort of thing. So one of the first things he recommended, his top choice, was IVF, which is in vitro fertilization, and he's already talked about it once in our first consult. It's very expensive. It's not covered by my insurance at this time, and it can cost like $15,000 to $20,000. And it is where they take my eggs and John's sperm and have them fertilized and then actually implant them back into my uterus. And it has a higher success rate than some of the other options, but obviously it's just too expensive for us at this time. So I asked him, what else you got? Because we're not going to be able to do that right now. So his second choice was IUI, and that's in uterine insemination, and that's where they would have me take Clomid. Clomid is a medication that you can use to help kind of push your body to produce eggs, and so in some cases you can actually get more than one egg per cycle. So we'd be doing that, and then he'd have me come in for a saline infusion sonogram just for this first cycle, count my follicles and see how my body responded to Clomid and make sure that it's responding appropriately, not too much and not too little. Then we would be doing ovulation test strips, and those would let us know exactly when I would be ovulating with an LH surge is what it's called. And then we would plan an insemination in the clinic where they would pick John's top 5% of his sperm and actually inseminate that into my uterus, and then I would start the progesterone and kind of wait and see if a pregnancy occurs. So that's our plan. It sounds super intimate, not really, and kind of freaky. It's a little overwhelming, but that's the plan that he recommended, and it sounds like it's a lot more affordable than IVF. So anyway, that's where we're at. I wanted to thank you guys so much for the videos, the blogs you've been sending us, scripture, prayers, all of that has been really helpful, really encouraging, and all the women that have come up to me and have shared with me their stories really helps me feel like I'm not alone. So I hope that I'm helping you feel like you're not alone as well. So thank you so much, and I'll continue to post and keep you guys updated. This whole next process probably won't happen until next month sometime, but I will try to keep you guys updated as things happen. So love you guys. Thanks so much. Bye.